Hi. I got up at like 2:30 p.m. and I took a shower. This is what I use to wash my face. Use this and then this cleanser for acne. I rub lotion all over my body. My face is super dry right now because I just washed it. What I'm gonna use is moisturizer. Then I'm gonna go in with this rose mist. My hands are slippery. We're doing full glam today. I'm gonna do my brows. I'm gonna go and then I'm gonna conceal them. Then we have these two palettes we're gonna use. The By Cosmetics. This one, limited edition. My boyfriend bought it for me. And then we have the James Charles palette, which everyone probably knows what that looks like. Someone told me to do a story time while I'm doing this, but I don't really have any crazy stories. I mean, I work at Walmart, so I guess I could tell some stories from there. Just gotta let me think of some. I'm going to do like eyeshadow that like kind of matches my shirt. So I'm gonna go in with this color. So when I'm at work, sometimes I have to watch the self-checkouts. Like there's the long belted ones. And sometimes when it's really busy, someone has to be right there and then someone has to be on the other side with like the little ones. And I watch people, I see people, like this lady had cereal one time. She bagged it and then she double bagged it. I get the bags are like shit. It's not gonna, like, cereal's not gonna follow that bag. Keep watching her and she double bags everything. I just hate to see it. It's like so unnecessary. You know how you have to like, when you're at like a regular checkout and you have to put like a thing to divide it from what someone else's? So I was checking out this guy and then the lady was behind him, but I didn't know if they were together or not because I don't really, you know? And so I was getting done with his order. The separator was like going up to like the end, you know? And so she put stuff in front of it. And I'm like, okay. So I start scanning it. And she grabs my hand. She literally grabs my hand and goes, "That's my stuff." Okay, I did not know that you guys were either separate or together. Like, I didn't really say anything. That's just so, why would you grab my hand? Like, why would you grab me? You could have just said like, hey, that's my stuff, you know, like, or when people don't use the divider and they think that I just know that it's theirs. Like, use the fucking divider. Or like this one lady, I was checking her out and she was like in one of those, or a cart that you can like, she like didn't like to walk, I guess, cause I don't know, but cause she was using one of the electric like cart things, you know? So I'm waiting for her to grab her stuff and put it in there. We got done with the transaction and everything. And she's so rude. She goes like, "Thanks for all your help," or something like that, but being super sarcastic. Then she left and I'm like, okay, like, you didn't ask me for help. I help older people, you know, but she was able to walk. She just didn't want to. She's like super overweight, I guess, but anyway, a guy behind her, she left, and then he was in a wheelchair with his like grandson or something like that, and he had no legs, okay? And he's like, "What was she just barking at you about?" I'm gonna go in with this shade, a little darker, outer corner. So, anyway, and I'm like, I don't know, I guess I just didn't like put her bags in her cart or something. He goes, "Well, do you see me? I have no legs." And he's like, "Don't listen to her. I'm not a mean person or anything, but she can walk. She's just too fucking fat." Oh, thanks, you know? And he's like, "Don't let it get to you. Don't let it ruin your day." I'm like, "I'm not, you know, thanks." And it was just so funny. So funny to me. And then this guy last night, okay, we were closed. We closed at 8:30, okay? and he had like alcohol or whatever. And this man, I'm not even kidding you, he was at least like in his 50s or something like that, right? And we have to ID people for alcohol if they look under 40. Okay, 30, and it was 20 minutes past. Dude, what's up? I'm making a video.
Sorry, why were you calling me?
Because Dad told me to call you.
Oh. I've been home this whole time.
Oh.
Sleeping downstairs.
Oh, well, I didn't know that.
No, okay.
I was like one of the people that was there that could like approve of it. And he called me rude because it asks you. I scanned my badge or whatever, and it asks you on the screen, is customer under 40? And there's a yes and no. Because if you click yes, you have to ID them and put their birth date in or whatever. And I clicked no. And he called me rude. He said he's not even 40 yet. Yeah. And he called me rude. And I just walked away. And my brother works there too. And there was someone at customer service, like, that was getting helped or whatever. And I was like, he just called me rude for not IDing him. He said this out loud, like, it was kind of funny. Cause it is, it's like, when the store closes, you need to leave, right? And people still, like, tend to come in, they're like, oh, you still have 2 minutes till you're open. Okay, it's like, okay, there's still, like, so many people in the store that we need to check them out and then get them out. Or if they go to self-checkout, you still have to watch them and, like, you know, but I'm there till 10, so it's like whatever. But my brother goes, people being here 25 minutes after we close, I find that rude. But it is rude. If you have a job and you work at like a fast food place or anywhere that closes at a certain time and people are still in there 25 minutes after you've already closed, it's very annoying. We close at 8:30 and yes, we leave at 10, but there's still so much to do. People who don't want things, like when you're going through a register or at self-checkout and they don't want it anymore, we have to put it in a bin. And then behind his desk, there's like all these boxes. So there's food and there's like clothes and there's like house stuff and makeup and all that. And we have to put it all away. And then also when there's not enough cart pushers or like the cart pushers leave, the lot is not completely empty. Like all the carts have to be put. You know, like, it takes a long time. So this one lady, it was like when all this COVID stuff started or whatever, and we had to start wearing masks, but like customers didn't have to wear masks. I was at self-checkout and I was helping her. I'm gonna cut my crease really quick and then back to you. We're back. And so anyways, this lady, I'm going up to help her at self-checkout. I have a mask on, okay? And she definitely didn't care because she did not have a mask on. And I mean, I wouldn't wear a mask if I didn't have to. Like this one. And I kid you not, she literally told me that I need to stand 6 feet away. Oh my God, put a mask on. I have a mask on and I'm there to help you. Like, that's my job. You need to go to a regular register then, because if you need to get approval for something, or then you can back away, you know? That just makes no sense to me. And one day I was watching the door to like make sure people have masks on. I asked this guy, do you have a mask? And he goes, no, I do not. And we hand out masks. And I go, okay, and I turn around and I'm going to get him a mask. And he literally says to me while I'm turned around, and I can't wear one anyway. I'm not gonna argue with people, you know, if they don't want to wear a mask. So my phone just stopped recording because I ran out of storage, but I think I should be good now. I'm gonna prime with this, and these, and these. This I'm just gonna put like right here, my nose, right here, on my forehead. And then this, my concealer is super drying, and so is this. That's why I'm putting all this shit on. And then this just makes my skin like super soft. Yeah. But anyway, I get that no one wants to wear masks, and I'm not gonna argue with you. I mean, it is required. It's required, and it's my job. But if it was up to me, I don't think you should wear a mask if you don't want to. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, I did my eyeliner, my eyelashes, and mascara. So last week, these people came in, a girl and a guy, and they were going through self-checkout when we were already closed, you know, because people like to check out last minute. I'm gonna use this. But they were checking out all their stuff, and they had $240 something worth of stuff, and they were putting their card in, so like we didn't really like pay attention. Because this other guy we were dealing with, he was buying these batteries. There were like 4 batteries, and he took a picture of it being at like placed $6. If you're gonna take a picture of a price to show people that are working there, you clearly know it's in the wrong spot. You know that it's not like that cheap. We have this app on our phone, or we have these little handheld things where we can take a picture or scan the barcode. So I did it on my phone, and it popped up as, he's like, well, the person back in the back, $50 I think, said that you guys could price point it down. He bought 4 $50 batteries. The person in the back said that we could price match it to $6. That's why we got sidetracked. Then the guy said that he didn't want him anymore, and then he said that he wanted 1, so I brought 1 over to him. He's like, well, how much is it gonna be? And I was like, the price that it pops up as. And he goes, never mind, I don't want it. Then he starts freaking out and swearing and just saying that someone should get fired for it, like basically saying the person in the back should get fired for saying that, or someone up front, and no one got fired for that. No one even believes that someone told him that. But then he left, and anyway, the people, we look at the screen that the girl and the guy were at, and we knew what they looked like because we had to ID them for spray paint. So me and this girl I work with, we knew what they looked like. And then they came back the other night, and I was working the self-checkout, and I go and ask the same girl that was there with me if those were the same people. The CSMs go get management. They were at a regular self-checkout that's like the tiny one. Again, they had so much spray paint. They had a bunch of stuff. Like, they were checking out when we were closed again, so they thought that, oh, we got away with it last time, let's do it again. I was talking to Tegan, the girl that I work with, and we're like, yeah, that's the same people, you know, blah blah blah. They like asked me for my help because it like froze up and it stopped, and I didn't know what it was, honestly. And then this girl Sally that we work with, she's like older, but not like super, she's not super old, but she's like older than us. I asked her, I'm like, because she comes over there, and I'm like, well, what is this? I don't know what happened. She's like, oh, it looks like it froze up, you have to go to a different register. Because we were asking her, like, how did you know? Like, did they tell you? And she's like, no, they ran off on me last week. Oh, so they did it to us, and they did it to her. She went up to them when they were leaving. She told them that, like, hey, I think you forgot to, like, pay for some stuff. They ran off. And on the computer, like on one of their screens, there's 2 of them, you can stop their transaction. So that's what she did. So then they went to go to the longer bell management. One of the guys that works there, he's older, he was watching them the whole time, playing it off as like fixing stuff around the self-checkouts. And then he like found a bag that was like buried underneath everything. It was like tied. It was a Walmart bag. And I guess they do it just to like bag everything and then leave and then like not get talked to because it's all bagged, you know. But like, why wouldn't you do it when we're like busy? Wouldn't that be like the smartest thing, instead of like when we're closed and there's like all eyes on you? Except for last time someone was freaking out, so we didn't really pay attention to you. All of a sudden he like catches them doing that, and then like whatever, I guess they didn't really know how it got in there. And then the guy went outside, and I was like telling Tegan, I'm like, well, maybe he's leaving because, like, he knows what's about to happen. Then I seen them both walk off. Like, he came back in, and then they both walked out. Management tells me, I guess they forgot their wallet. I don't think we'll be seeing them anymore. Why didn't they call the cops? I don't know, because there's literally video footage of them stealing twice in a row, like the week before, last week. So I'm gonna take, it's the powder foundation. And then this one time a while ago, like, my throat really hurt. Like when someone comes up and I'm at a register, regular register, checking people out, I don't really always talk to people. I don't know, I'm not really a talkative person. I mean, when they look super happy, I'm like, oh, hey, hi, how was your day, you know? But when they look crabby, I don't really say anything because clearly they don't want to like talk, you know? This one lady didn't look like she wanted to talk very much. And my throat really hurt, so I didn't really like talk to her at all. Her transaction and stuff, and she was paying, and then she paid, and then she was leaving, and then she said something like, wow, no, hi, hello, how was your day? And me, being a fucking brat, said, hi, and then she just walked off. I don't fucking feel good, and my throat fucking hurts, and I don't want to talk to anybody. Hurts to talk, and you're gonna be a fucking biatch to me? No. Safe to say, if you want to work at Walmart, it's fucking Walmart, okay? You're gonna be getting yourself into some shit. And I'm sure I have a lot more stories, but I can't really think of any more. I'll think of some more eventually. Keep just popping in my head. Oh, so we've been closed at 8:30 for a while now. All this COVID stuff started in like January, February. We started closing at 8:30, like maybe like a month after it's all started. So we've been doing this for like 5-6 months maybe. And this lady comes in. We have to close the door 5 minutes before we close so we can get everyone out on time. And this lady comes in. I'm like, we close in like 10 minutes. And she goes, oh, okay. And I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. Being nice. And she goes like, since when? I'm like, since like 5 months ago? Like, you want to fucking be a biatch to me, I'm gonna be a biatch to you. But sometimes when people are being rude, I have to keep my cool. But when it's something like that, like, you're just gonna give me attitude, like, right off the bat, I'm not gonna be there for it. So, like I said, we have to close the doors 5 minutes before we close. There is a door that's only to go out, and there's a door to only come in. We closed the doors, so we locked them, and then they tried going in through there, and obviously they're locked. The ones that you can only go out of, if you're trying to come in through those doors, they won't open. So, of course, these people tried to come in through the in door, you know, and it wasn't working, obviously. There were 3 guys. So people walk out of the store, right? And of course, they try to come in through there when the door opened. And they go, are you guys closed? And I'm like, yeah, we're closed. And they're like, when do you close? And we're like, we close at 8:30. And there's like 2 minutes left before like it's actually 8:30. They look at me and they look at the time and they go, we still have 2 minutes. And I'm like, well, I have to close the doors 5 minutes before we lock them, you know? So they just walk in anyway. Don't do that. Don't do that. Another pet peeve of mine is when I'm at a regular register and the thing that like just turns around with the bags, you know? It's called a carousel or something like that. When we're putting stuff in the bags, don't try to turn it. Like when kids do it, like I can obviously like hold it, like they can't like turn it. But when I'm just putting stuff in the bags and then the adults start turning it, why? I am still putting stuff in this bag. Be patient or walk around it. Most irritating fucking thing ever. There's a lot of things that when you're going to Walmart or going shopping or going to like fast food, put yourself in their shoes. They're closing. Like, don't get mad that they're closing. Like, they want to go home too, you know? I mean, I don't get to go home right away, but not the point. It's the fact that we're closing and you're being a fucking little biatch and coming in and trying to check out last minute. We shut the registers down and pulled the drawer at 8:30. So if you have a bunch of stuff and you don't want to check it out by yourself, go up there before 8:30. Otherwise, you have to do it yourself. I just really want a new job. Yeah. I'm getting my license soon. So when that happens, then I'll be probably moving out. And when I do move, I will not be driving an hour to go to work. And I will never work at another Walmart either because the people that I work with, they're great. But the customers, no. And at other Walmarts, I hear, anyway, that their management is super rude and everyone is super rude there. So now we're gonna go in with some highlighter. Look at that. Look at that. But if I spill this, my life is over. Look at it. It's like Like loose glitter. You ever fucking spill that shit? And today I don't have to wear a mask. Unless I go in somewhere, but I look like a glitter ball. Ooh, I got an idea. Shiny, shiny. So now I have to clean my room. Well, actually, I'm gonna do my hair quick. Okay. So first, I'm gonna brush it. I'm gonna spray it. Get it wet. I'm gonna take this. It smells so good. I'm gonna go like this. I'll be right back because I'm gonna go drive. So I took my brother to his friends and I just have my permit, so I'm with my dad. But we're driving for like an hour and a half and we got food and I just ate. Now my boyfriend's like, are you almost done? Are you almost done? So I'm just gonna do this. Like, this is what my hair looking like. And you say it. Okay, well, have a nice day. Thanks for watching. And I will see y'all soon.